We'll reconvene back in regular session at 11:58 a.m. and we'll bring Commissioner's Court back to order. First, acknowledgement, I guess. Glen Rose Medical Center apparently back on January the 19th of 2024 entered into an agreement with Pecan Plantation to do, and I'll read from the contract. Hospital should contact provider at the following Hood County Dispatch 817-579-3307 to request all emergency and non-emergency ambulance services on behalf of hospital patients. The contract also goes on to state that they'll pay the first 6 months $15,000 and the next 6 months $25,000. So in light of this contract, our Somervell County Fire Department has entered into a mutual aid agreement with Pecan Plantation to provide emergency medical transport, correct? If I get this wrong, you tell me. In case Pecan cannot do the emergencies, we will take emergency medical transports. And we have done that since February the 12th of 2024, correct? So in light of all this, the agreement that they have with Pecan Plantation, the agreement that we have with Pecan Plantation, they contact Hood County, Pecan Plantation does all emergency transfers. If they can't, they contact us, and we take the transfers, correct? All right, so in light of that, I make the motion at this time that we move forward, we discontinue any further negotiations at this time with GRMC to provide their emergency medical transfers, because what we were at is going to cost us about $442,000 a year, and then they were going to pay roughly $422,000, and then they were going to pay $422,000. Contract they have in place right now saves Somervell County taxpayers roughly $422,000. So I need to commend them on what they've done. So I make the motion that we terminate any further transactions, negotiations with GRMC at this time.
And you authorized to sign that MOU?
Yes, and authorized to enter into this MOU, which we will back him up for medical transport. Yes. All right, do I have a second? And whoever seconds it will both be crucified later today, but do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Wade. Any further comments, questions, discussions, issues?
Well, I have a question.
You bet.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
At one of the meetings that we had, one of the questions that was brought up was that we do not have enough paramedics on staff to accommodate our county. So my question is, given that context, with our EMS picking up if Pecan is unavailable, what does that reflect onto the county residents? Will they not have a paramedic because there has to be a paramedic to push meds?
Well, our goal is to have 6 paramedics on shift. It's a matter of getting them all trained. We have at least 2 on shift, typically 24/7. So it's all still semantics. If it's an emergency, it's an emergency. Right?
I understand that. Don't misunderstand me.
Right.
I want everybody to have emergency care. But I don't want the residents of Somervell to not have emergency care because we're having to transport. An emergency is an emergency. Please don't misinterpret.
Yes.
I just want to make sure we're covering all our bases. So
we have people in paramedic school currently, and we'll continue to get them enrolled until we get them all certified, assuming we can keep them here.
and what is the ETA on having the next paramedic on staff?
What's the last one?
We have one that's supposed to finish up this month and one next month, and then we've got a few that should be done at the end of summer.
So you understand that the challenge is just getting them trained and keeping them here.
Oh, I understand. Trust me, I get all facets of it. I'm just asking because, you know, it was brought up, and so I'm sure I'm not the only one that's going to be wanting to
Yeah,
ask.
and these emergency transfer are our people.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree with that 100%.
That's my concern.
That's my
Absolutely.
concern, it always has been, that we're
Because the
taking care of
9,200
our
people in
folks.
our whole county is important to us.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Yeah.
Regardless of where they're being transported
Yes.
from. I get that. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Just trying to ask the
Understand.
question before you
No
get
problem.
bombarded.
And I think the good thing here is, sorry, I'm kind of jumping in, is that when the hospital decided to be a hospital and collect become a taxing entity, their duty as a hospital is to be able to transfer their patients
Absolutely.
out. And so they were coming to the county and asking county taxpayer dollars to be spent in order for them to fulfill what they can do when they're their own taxing entity. So with this contract, thank goodness, they've taken care of the burden for the county taxpayers by entering into the contract with Pecan Plantation. And then we're gonna provide the backup to Pecan in case they can't get it there. So hopefully everybody in the hospital is taken care of that needs to get out here.
All right, I have a motion and I have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against.